It's Nolan. On blast like a fully loaded Glock. Recess, no Spinelli, I'm the bully on the block. I do it all for clout. Came in the game with a linear vision, but I'm pulling off the route. I'm winning all the bouts. Superb with the flurries in the courtroom, flirting with the women and the jury. I bury the bad blood, keep the hatchet in my closet. Though little nigga running through the game like a Mario. Feel the vibe. Niggas dying in my city, but I feel alive. Even feel my presence when I'm vilified. Building ties with generals, minding my pinnacle. Alienated, I've been hiding my tentacles. Rhyming in intervals, I am identical to the greats. Burning Philly in your face. Shooting star bars, I'm equivalent to babes. Do your research, Curtis Blow, I'm giving them the breaks. Settle the score like Lauryn Hill, Robert Glasper, I'm the master. New chapter like the Raptors, finally filling up the rafters. I got greatness in my follicles, dog. Throw a TV at you niggas like I'm Prodigy, dog. My pops just called, told me I'm black and did it in orderly fashion. This rap shit is my passion. I swing a sword, how you kneeling like Kaepernick. I pray to God I ain't losing my apathy. I better cross like Nas, I'm adamant. Looking for management. Lately I'm panicking, feeling so frantic. I just want my time in the limelight between cough syrup and car crashes. Could've died twice. Took a pause for the cause, I've been contemplating. Should I put the pause on my boss manifesto? Money took my confidence, my head low. Now I got these rappers on silent like a strep throat. Willie Esco, maximizing on my threshold. Still the best though, north, south, east to west coast. Anybody you compare me to, I'm bound to get them gone. I be hosting your demise like Jenny Jones. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day up to this point, and if not, I hope it gets better throughout the rest of it before you conclude your evening. All right? Now, today we're going to be getting into Tyler, the Creator. He has a new interview out with Spring Hill on a show called Maverick, which is hosted by Maverick Carter, who is closely associated with LeBron James. I think he's a part of that whole Spring Hill team. Definitely LeBron's like media arm. You know what I'm saying? When he wants to get a message out, he goes on The Shop, which is also produced by Maverick and Spring Hill. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But now we've got Tyler, the Creator, on the show. And the reason why we're even talking about it is because during his interview with Maverick, he began to kind of fire off and air out the music industry in a plethora of different ways, right? Not just the industry, but also the fans, the consumers, the media, everybody. Like nobody was safe. Everybody caught some of the flame. And I must say, some of the things that he said in his interview, I identify with in many ways, right? Especially coming as somebody that is an artist, as a lyricist, somebody who takes music very seriously. But I'm also conducting, work in the media space, in the personality space, the whole YouTube, all of that thing. So I understand where he's coming from on multiple levels because I'm, like I always say, I'm in the middle watching everything circulate. So I definitely identify with a lot of what he's saying. He basically calls out talentless rappers and fickle fans in so many words, right? And a couple other folks catch strays in the midst of all that. But he's going viral for those things in particular. All right. So we're going to go ahead and pull up one of the clips. It's about 5 minutes where he kind of goes off on a tangent and just kind of lets everybody know why he's mad, John. And again, I understand exactly where he's coming from, especially, it's not like Tyler suffers from any lack of success or anything like that. He's got a cult fan base. He's got accolades. He's got Grammys. He's got awards. In recent years, he's been more accepted and embraced by the overall hip hop consensus, whereas for many years he was kind of an outlier that was making a very alternative form of hip hop, and it was looked at as an alternative form of hip hop. Now today he's kind of been ingratiated. Even performing at the Pop Out was a big thing, a major thing for him to kind of be within that LA community where he doesn't seemingly get embraced visually, optically in front of us, but it was dope. Anyway, let's get into what Tyler had to say in this interview.
My first album came out in 2009. I got signed into 2010. May 2011, my first thing came out. 2011 social landscape is so different from now. It wasn't iPhones everywhere. It wasn't people being thirsty for whatever they get from the internet. It was a different time. So walking around and living and meeting people and enjoying stuff was much different up until 2016. When our phone became a thing, which, dude, technology has sped up so much, I don't even think the human brain is able to really comprehend what's going on. Used to being able to be contacted 24/7, a big switch happened. In 2024 now, with filming, with this and that, with voice recording, all of that, that's something I'm not used to.
Yes.
That's something I don't think any of us is used to. And when I signed up for this stuff, that not only wasn't the landscape, our brain wasn't even
knowing that was coming.
So people are still adjusting. I'm adjusting to like, damn, everyone could see everything. You could just look up someone's address and motherfuckers is like, damn, I could know what my favorite artist is eating for breakfast and not feel weird about it because every fucking page, whether it's Academic, Shade Room, or whoever the fuck is posting it. Now the conversation of music, of art, is gone because when artists put something out, the last thing they talk about is music. So you know what that does to a fan listening to music? If they see the person that made the music not give any like value to it, you think they gonna give a fuck about the album? They gonna listen to it for an hour and be like mid.
Yeah.
Mid, not even in mid, they don't even use the word right. That just means it's like average.
I'm gonna jump in here. That's something that we're noticing over the past week. I've had a lot of people that agree with my lotto take, and we're going to talk about lotto tomorrow. Not today, but tomorrow once the final numbers get tallied. I've seen that 27,000 going around. That's not actually accurate. There's a lot of lotto news going around. I've just been tallying it, saving it for one video rather than just doing a bunch of them. But we see her new album out right now, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. And although most people that actually are within the music industry or have a connection to music, maybe create music, have a real deep connection to music over the years, most people that know what they talking about have said it's a pretty good album. The people that I've seen saying that and I'm not knocking nobody or saying people don't know music, but the most people that I've been seeing saying that it's like mid don't really have a reason for saying it's mid other than maybe it's not connecting with me or something. But I think overall, it's because she didn't service with a lot of build up into the album. You didn't buy into it. Therefore, you're saying it's mid. Like, she didn't convince you that this was finna be a good album. So you're going into it like, whatever. Right? That's what I see going on with Lotto right now, is most people that are saying they either are indifferent or don't like the album, they weren't invested in really hearing what she had to say or listening to the style or the raps or the bars. I even had people that came, when I did the review, that was like, the bars and the way that you're saying it makes me want to go check out the album. But then when I listen to it, I don't know, it just wasn't hitting me. And I think overall it's because you're not invested in Lotto as an artist. Therefore, you really don't care if it's good or not. So you ain't gonna say it's good because you're like, I don't care about her. But most people that are coming in with a clean slate to be like, all right, what does this person have to offer? And I had to come in with that clean slate myself because everything that she had been doing up to the Sugar Honey Iced Tea release, I wasn't convinced. I was like, bro, this wasn't a good move. I don't like this move. I don't like this record all that much. This ain't getting me there. You know what I'm saying? But when I press play on the album and just said, let me hear what she has to offer from her perspective without my preconceived notions or expectations, what does it sound like off of musicality, flow, lyrics, bars, you know what I'm saying? All of those things. It hit every measure just about. So I'm like, that's why I said it was album of the year. But to Tyler's point, I don't know if everybody is listening with that same amount of nuance. I don't know if everybody is listening with that same intentionality of just having a fair assessment of music, right? We go in a lot of times with a certain expectation. If you don't have this type of song that I'm looking for, I'm not going to count it. You know what I'm saying? If you say this bar that I thought was whack or this bar that I thought was over the top, I'm going to discredit the entire song. You know what I'm saying? All of those different things play a huge factor in how we determine what we do and don't like. And I'm not saying anybody's wrong, by the way. I'm just going to put that disclaimer out there. But I have noticed with her in particular that that's what's been going on. Where other artists who have put out, I'll just say, lesser quality music get a lot more room for people to be like, oh, why don't you just let the artist do what they do? Oh, why don't you just let this person have fun? Oh, why don't you let this person just get their message out? I don't see a lot of that being afforded to Lotto. Just being honest on what I've been seeing. So I get exactly where Tyler's coming from, even though it may not be about him specifically. I've been seeing it shit in the past week. I'm gonna let him finish though.
Don't like it, so but that's just their word. And because you didn't even give value to it, people can't even articulate what they dislike about it. They just say mid and move on. They don't go into detail about what they didn't like about the beat or the lyrics or this and that. I get mocked because I'm like, track 4 in 2000, this album came out. I'm a musician. What the fuck else do you think I'm supposed to talk about, you dumb fuck? Exactly. About who I shot, who I got beef with, about who I fucked? That should be 90% of my conversation. No, I make music. I'm a music nerd and a musician. I care about this shit. So when y'all niggas see me on TV and I'm talking about music, the shit you know me for, what the fuck?
And is your frustration with them because you care about this art form so
Dude,
much?
I love this art form so much, bro. And there's so many niggas out right now that aren't musicians that are getting treated like musicians because they make meme records or whatever. And I'm like, bro, it's niggas out here that's really special, really aliens, really talented, really putting in the work. And y'all niggas giving this dip fuck who these niggas publicly will be like, I don't give a fuck about music. I just do this shit for money. Like,
I agree with you.
Like, get your bag. I love that. But like, when every publication is like, hell yeah, let's put that out. Man, a 15-year-old, a 12-year-old, a 20-year-old gonna see that and be like, man, shit, I don't really care about this shit too. This is a quick bag. Now you taking up space for niggas like me.
That you really want to be
space for people who really care about this art form. And like, I don't like that.
But do you get satisfaction?
And these niggas can't perform.
Nobody can.
All these niggas dress alike. Man, you go to 2003. Jay didn't sound like T.I., who didn't sound like 50. Pharrell didn't sound like Dre, who ain't sound like fucking Quick, who ain't sound like Ye or Just Blaze or Alchemist. Eminem didn't sound like fucking Jill Scott. Jill Scott wasn't trying to sound like Julian from the fucking Strokes. Everyone was them fucking self. Now,
once again, gotta jump in this motherfucker, man, because he's he's giving you everything, right? He's making too much sense. And when an artist does this, a lot of times that H word starts getting thrown into the conversation. Oh, he's hating on the new generation. He's hating on these artists. He's hating on... Yo, chill. Now, I have seen some valid criticisms about this interview leading up to me making this video. I did see some people that said, yo, how is Tyler, the creator, gonna criticize artists for making quote unquote meme records when that's what him and his entire crew, Future, came in doing, you know what I'm saying, when they were young, when they was like 15, 16, 17 years old. You know, people could hear that they had a certain level of talent, but their whole shtick was, I'm not taking myself all that seriously. We just some young niggas in high school saying, fuck everybody, fuck the rap game, fuck the industry, fuck your mama. You know what I'm saying? And then they evolved into who they then became, which was Tyler, the creator, became, you know what I'm saying, like a forefront of alternative rap. You had Earl Sweatshirt, who was like the lyricist out of the crew, who always was a lyricist, but his content wasn't always really there, right? But then he became like the new era's quintessential, if you like lyrical rap, he's in that conversation. You know what I'm saying? He's working with alchemists. He's working with OGs that, you know, used to produce for the lyricists of yesteryear and shit like that. So now he's seen in a specific light, even though I don't even really care for the nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? But I see the trajectory, right? You had the internet sprout out of that, and they're like, you know, Neo Soul Generation 3, right? And they've been that for a while. So you just have all of these different things where they came out just being reckless, rebellious, and, you know, had to like grow into their musicality. But they always understood and knew, even though they joked about the quality of like good music, they knew what it was because they were studious. They understood, you know what I'm saying? They just wanted to be counterculture. I think today, a lot of motherfuckers are just not educated at all about music. A lot of motherfuckers are just coming in because they see, oh, this person got a bag, this person got a bag, or we're perceiving that these people got bags. This person got a bag. They didn't have to be talented. They didn't have to put no work in. They didn't have to go through, you know, the local underground circuit. They surpassed all of that shit, bypassed it. He said they don't know how to perform, which we've been talking about for years. People going out on stage, lip syncing, people going out on stage, can't fucking rap. They got to put the music behind themselves just so they can rap. Niggas can't keep their fucking breath on stage. Niggas are going to shows completely jumping around, not even using the mic, jumping into the crowd to entertain people. But you don't even actually give a performance of your actual record. You're basically just fucking, you almost like a fucking court jester passing time, and people are paying for it. I can't say nothing against it, right? But these are all like criticisms that exist within the space. And I feel like everything is culminating to a head. Every few years, we get these moments where people that really have perspective of what's going on, they start speaking out. People in the industry start speaking out. The numbers start decreasing. That's really what like does it, is when the influencers are getting signed and these people are getting signed, and the TikTok motherfuckers who just made their first song, you know, got a fluke and got signed. You know, everything is cool when the buzz is happening and the numbers are reflecting, the streams are creating, you know what I mean, movement. But then when the shit starts getting stagnant, shit starts getting stale, the numbers start dissipating, that's when niggas start speaking out and saying, hey, we need to clean this shit up before we lose it. And that's basically the tone of what Tyler the Creator is going for here. Is like, we need to clean our act up, take this shit seriously before this shit gets taken from us and we lose all control of it in totality. Say what you will.
Now, like, everyone is doing cosplay as a Spider-Man meme of like the next nigga. Everyone uses the same slang. Nigga, you are from LA and you saying slime?
Yeah, exactly.
We don't say that. It's crazy how the internet has made everything so like homogenous, like nothing is its own thing no more. And I think in like 3 years, like either everyone's just gonna be the same color or it's gonna pop and the next generation is just gonna go so left and wanna be themselves that it's gonna be like.
But that also comes with hip hop getting so big too. The flip side of that is like, it's part of that good too, because this shit just got so big that so many people can come in and make money.
It's some kid right now, it's a white kid, regular like Caucasian man. And he's like mocking Future and Gucci Mane like rap music. And like people are like, this shit hard. It's not even like satire. It's like, I'm just joking, I'm just mocking it. But I'm like, no, you can't do. And I hold rap music so close to my heart because this shit changed my life and everyone's life around me. And I'm a nerd about this shit. This is like weird. And I'm looking at it and something about it like don't even sit well with me in comparison to someone like a Mac Miller or Eminem, who it didn't seem like they was mocking it. They had a genuine love for it, and they were still just being.
For sure.
You know, aside from when Eminem was wearing do-rags in like 2006.
All right, so the last part of what Tyler the Creator was saying the shots about the white guy doing basically caricature of black culture, basically cosplaying vocally in terms of style, kind of doing the Future, Gucci Mane, really kind of Lil Baby flow, is this white guy you see here by the name of Ian. Now, some of the younger folks out there that keep up with the SoundCloud rap era and stuff like that, y'all may know who it is, but I know we got some viewers out here that are a little bit more seasoned, a little bit more experienced in the world, don't know what's going on in the younger crowd. This is a rapper by the name of Ian. He's from Dallas. And as you can see here, you know, he's kind of dressed similarly to like a Tyler, you know what I mean? And this is actually a photo of his album cover from the album, or mixtape rather, called Valedictorian, right? And as you can see, he looks like, I mean, it's whatever town you from, you done seen a white boy that look like this. You know what I'm saying? And when I say white boy, I'm not saying it in a disparaging tone. But you know white guys that look like this. You know what I'm saying? This style, the shoes, the shorts, the tucking of the shirt, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you see him on his Instagram, he don't really dress like this every day. He just looks like a regular white kid from wherever the fuck in the world. You know what I'm saying? Seems like a middle American white guy. But when you hear him rap, again, he's throwing on a faux accent, rapping about, you know, street life, clapping niggas. You know what I'm saying? And we all understand that in this rap shit, there is hyperbole. There is the element of just being creative and talking about shit. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, when you talk about black artists, we're typically talking about the things that we've seen, things that we know, you know what I'm saying? People that are within our 6 degrees of separation, whether that be homies, family, friends, uncles, that lived that life that you witnessed and you was like really close to it. Maybe niggas went through a phase where you wanted to be down with this shit, so you kind of got a glimpse into the shit and figured out that it ain't for you. Which I don't know his background, but I'm willing to bet he probably didn't go through that. You know what I'm saying? He probably got into some scuffles and stuff in his community, but you know, you get where I'm going. But he's got songs with Lil Yachty now, so he's like gotten that ultimate cosign. He's signed to Columbia. He only has one project out. By the time his first record really hit, where people kind of got to know who he was already signed. So there's talks about him being an industry plant. I'm not even going to say he's a bad rapper. It's just the fact that, you know, just about 99.9% of what he's talking about is made up. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool, because put it on wax rather than do it in real life. But, you know, for the most part, when you listen to a rapper, you do want to hear some of their experience. You do want to know what they really are about. You know what I'm saying? Everything can't just be killing, drilling, and smashing. You know what I'm saying? And getting high. Like, and some motherfuckers just live that life too. But again, this is who Tyler, the Creator, is talking about. He didn't say his name. For whatever reason, I guess he didn't want to fully throw him under the bus. I guess he just wanted to lay him out on the railroad in case a train happens to come at some point, rather than throwing him completely under the tires. But this is exactly who he's talking about. And he basically was trying to position it as him not respecting the culture, him not really, which I don't know that to be true. I don't know this guy's upbringing. I don't know what he used to listen to. He might have listened to fucking 9 Inch Nails his whole life. I don't know. But again, if you listen to his music without seeing his photo, you might think it's a black guy. If you listen to him speak without seeing his photo, you're going to think it's a whole nother motherfucker. Which I think people are, you know, kind of, the older generation is looking at this shit like some bullshit. But what he did do, which was smart, is he used that dichotomy. He used that juxtaposition to his advantage. And basically he rage baited a lot of people into becoming either hardcore fans of him or people that hate him so bad they had to send it to somebody else so that they could join in on the hate. This is like the Trinidad James effect. This is like the Designer effect. Y'all remember when Designer came out with Panda and niggas was like, oh my God, he sounds like Future, but is it Future? If it's Future, I like it. But if it ain't Future, fuck him. And then they found out that it ain't, and niggas still played it because it was like, shit, it sounds like Future. Right? We have this weird mind fuck thing where niggas that are kind of, I don't know. I think sometimes we get so accustomed to like actual talent or actual like good shit that we embrace dirt. We embrace dirt, right? And we'll hate on it so bad. But if somebody were tracking, like, how many times did you listen to this record that you claim to hate? And you look at your shit and be like, damn, I done played this 150 times. And it's like, shit, what about that album that you love so much? How many times did you play that? 12. It don't even out. How many niggas did you share this new music video that the artist put, you know what I'm saying, $100,000, 24 hours in manpower, buying, you know, the staff food and paying the extras and the dancers and shit, right? The song that you love, your favorite song from the album. How many people did you send that video to rather than this white boy that sounds like a nigga from Atlanta, right? And you sent this to 15 people saying, man, check this bullshit out. That's how Trinidad James blew up about a decade ago. Gold all of my watch. Don't believe me, just watch. And that's not a shot at Trinidad James. He's actually a cool nigga out here in Atlanta. But that was kind of how it took off. It was so many people that said, what the fuck is this? That he went 100 times more viral than he ever would if niggas would have said, cut that shit off, bro. I'm not justifying that. Cut that shit off. I don't like it. And that's for the niggas that didn't like it, because there was some people that did like it. But I think over time, we've kind of gotten to this place where you hear a motherfucker, you won't like the shit, but then it'll have a specific beat and be like, well, shit, the beat kind of, I don't know. Or it'll say a lyric and be like, oh, that motherfucker was kind of sliding, though. It's like you'll try to find something good in it so you could justify playing that bitch again. And the next thing you know, the shit done became your fucking anthem. Or the song that you and your friends sing amongst yourselves and y'all pulling up the TikTok, not understanding that when you come out and complain about the state of where music is the next week, because niggas is gonna do it, you're contributing to it as well by amplifying the bullshit, right? Now, I'm not going out on a limb to call homeboy bullshit. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just using scenarios that we all can relate to. This ain't our first rodeo. And referring back to how this kid blew up, because I think he knew that he was going to get that polarizing effect. He used it to his advantage coming off of SoundCloud. And here we are, right? He signed to Columbia. He's got black people backing him. He signed to, what is the executive's name? Boost something. Give me a second here. Signing with Boo Vision, all right? So they say following the success of Figure It Out, which is one of the viral records that put him on the map, and his follow-up single Grand Slam, Ian soon attracted the attention of industry heavyweights. Ian ultimately signed a joint venture deal with Boo Vision, a subsidiary of Columbia Records, while Valedictorian, which is the mixtape, solidified Ian's position as one of the hottest new talents in the hip-hop scene. Hottest new talents? Interesting. His journey to that point had been years in the making. His early days as a producer and SoundCloud artist laid the foundation for his current success. He was putting out more beats than raps, though. He was doing like mashups and stuff like that with other people's shit. Then he started producing for local artists and decided to start dropping shit himself. And he found a pocket. And this is why people claim he's an industry plant, because his shit wasn't really popping like that. And then one day it was. That's up to y'all to determine what y'all think, right? But that's who Tyler, the Creator, is talking about. But there's so many different people in the industry outside of this Ian guy who you could insert name, and this same kind of energy or this same kind of conversation can be had about that person. That's one of the reasons why on my channel, you know, when I talk about Ice Spice, you know, I got a lot of people here that was like, damn, you don't like nothing. or it was like, damn, you really shitted on this Ice Spice. A lot of y'all know where I'm coming from. But then there was another group of people, distinctively younger people, that was like, nah, that shit is a vibe, or nah, this is, y'all niggas is old. You got them old ears. Somebody called me grumpy grandpa. I don't even know why. But it's like, at a certain point, where do we set the line of like, you have to have a minimum level of talent to even cut through? But for years, people were asking for no gatekeepers. And the gatekeepers made y'all believe that there were no gatekeepers. They took a step back and started doing, more market research. Who's popping on TikTok? Who's doing this? All right, let me snatch this person up because I already know what it's going to do. I already know it's going to be more niggas mad at this than loving it. We're going to sign them, but we're not going to announce that we signed them. We're going to allow him to keep putting out TikToks, but behind the scene, we're going to get with this marketing firm that's going to promote the TikToks through their connections. We're going to get in contact with TikTok to see how they could support it on their own, you know what I'm saying, without investing money. Hey, we're about to sign him to Columbia Records, and we really need this to translate on TikTok, and he's already got a budget behind him, blah, blah, blah. We just need to make sure when his next few posts go out, he gets a little extra support algorithmically. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be having these conversations. You'll see motherfuckers that be hanging out, going and meeting with niggas at Spotify, and it's like, I ain't never heard this nigga song a day in my life. How did you get a walkthrough at Spotify? How did you get a walkthrough at the iHeartRadio office? Right? How did you go meet up? Now, some of these motherfuckers be paying for those meetups or those to gain access to the lobby so you can take a picture and act like you really did some shit. Some niggas is doing that. That's the fake shit. But there's also a lot of motherfuckers in this industry that are manufacturing hype because they know if we put enough into this, it's gonna catch up, right? We're gonna manufacture the hype. We're gonna get a lot of motherfuckers. We're gonna rage bait them because we know they're gonna get mad. Like we've already ran 30 tests, and every time they got mad. Right? But we know that people pay attention to shit that they angry at. You know what I'm saying? I had so many barbs that just kept coming to my channel just to disparage me, say I'm whack, say I'm stupid, say I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm like, why do you keep coming back? Right? It's not that I purposely rage baited these people. It's just the fact of when somebody is that invested emotionally, they're going to keep coming back to agitate it or keep coming back to entertain themselves so that they can keep shitting on that person, right? It's the same thing a lot of people do with academics. A lot of people claim they don't like him, but they keep tuning in to his streams just so that they could criticize him. You know what I'm saying? But that's a weird obsession, especially for as long as he be on his streams. But again, there's countless names that you can insert into the position or insert into the subject of conversation, and you pretty much will come out with the same shit, right? And getting back to Tyler's point, he's saying that if we keep letting this shit come to pass, what are we left with, right? Now, you can check out his entire full interview with Maverick on the Spring Hill YouTube channel. It's about 26 minutes long. It ain't that long. It's not like no hour. It ain't an hour and a half like some of these other platforms out here. It's pretty straight to the point. So you can hear everything straight out of Tyler's mouth. You can get all the context. You can get everything you need from that if you want to check that out. Again, it's on Spring Hill's YouTube. But I would love to know how y'all feel, not only about the Ian guy, which I wish I could pull up some of his music just so y'all can know what I'm talking about. But you could go, he's signed to a label, so anything I pull up is going to be a copyright issue. But you could check him out, and even me saying you go check him out is contributing to like his growth. That's going to give him more streams, it's going to give him more views. His analytics are going to continue to go up. So they ran the play. The play is ran. You know what I'm saying? They right at the 5-yard line about to get the touchdown because even Tyler shading him without saying his name in an interview is sparking conversation for those that already know who he's talking about. And for those that don't know who he's talking about, they're going to get filled in due to the internet filling in the blanks, and motherfuckers is gonna go check him out even more. He's gonna get an extra 200,000 streams today. They got us. Again, let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I will catch y'all on the next one. Much love and respect, y'all. Peace.
Yeah, king of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rags. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. First I'm out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.